I'm a little bit more of a sentimental fellow as I get to be a little bit older. I'm 66 years old now, and I have a hard time remembering when things weren't always the way they were. When I started coaching at Delta, we always won. First thing I tell the JV players when they came in is, relax, we'll teach you a system, you will win more games than you'll lose, and that's the way life should be. And all of a sudden, when I moved up to the varsity, like I said, things aligned and chemistry was there. People were proud to be associated with the team. People were dying to get into the team. We had kids come in from Sacramento who, for whatever reason, weren't successful down there, and they found a place to play, and they found a place to contribute. And from my point of view as a teacher and a coach, I had the great privilege to make contributions into the lives of a group of individuals who came together and formed, you could call it a dynasty, you can call it whatever you want, but there's two undeniable facts that you had back-to-back section champions. And that just doesn't happen. So there's a lot to be said for the culture of the Delta, the culture of the players, and the culture of the system. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention some of the things that John DeNiblo did. He'd always tell us, you guys are going to win. Your teams are better prepared, you execute better. Always made us feel good before the unquestionable butterflies that everybody gets before a ball game. But the real thing that John did for us was, it doesn't make any difference who. If there was a helmet problem, John was at Stockton that day, bringing us a helmet for one of our players the next day. If Allspa, if I needed more tape for him, in which we use an awful lot of, the $5 rolls of Elasticon are probably closer to $50 today, but John would go down and get them. If he needed knee tape, somebody needed a shoulder tape. Those are the things that really made us click. And again, as I get more sentimental, I think back to my first day and job of teaching. I was a bus driver coach at Clarksburg High School. And my first bus stop was Kenny Sagasaki when he entered kindergarten. And that's when they lived on the river. And Coco was up on the road with him. And Joe was farming. And that's the way life went on. Now I go back, and we were talking earlier about a play, I think it's against Benicia. Kenny's in the ball game, and we run a Packer, and everything went just right. And Joe, Jim, and I could have got through that hole. It was that big. Kenny went right in. Everything was just like clockwork. I think back to the records or the yards that Steve Tomasini caught catching the ball. And at the same time, when you look at Steve individually, he wasn't a great receiver. He didn't have great speed. He had good hands. If you threw the ball, he could catch it, as long as it was in the area. But most of our plays, Packer pass and Colt pass and all that stuff to Steve, were play action passes. So for them to work, the line had to fire out. The quarterback and the running backs had to make the fake to freeze the defense. And Steve had to make a good fake and then cut back. And then the ball had to be laid there. So there's a combination of things. And those are the things that I think about in our years, because they all worked. They went the way they were supposed to go, the way we designed them on paper, the way we practiced them. And those are the things that I think about. I think one of my fondest memories is the Vanden game, and we go out in the end zone, and we're warming up, and here comes Vanden. They want the same end zone. And our guys got fire in their eyes. They're saying, should we hit him? No. We don't want to hit anybody. We're going to stay right here. This is our end zone. Visitors get a choice. Those are the rules. And finally, they reneged and went down. And we had a heck of a ball game. 7-6 game? I can't remember.
8-7.
8-7. Okay. I think that's when Steve trapped the ball in his helmet. Those most things I don't remember. But does he? You know, it's just a pleasure to see all of the young people here, because like I say, I'm an old part. My days are spent taking care of my grandkids and loving every minute of it, and thinking back to the days when, gee, I bet you, right now, if we could set a full line in the backfield here and run Packer, that everybody would know which foot to step with first, you know, because that's the way we designed it.
Let's do it!
So the last thing I want to say is, if anybody sees Bart, I walked here, I don't have a car. Other than that, thank you for your attention, and above all, thank you for the memories.